After spending multiple hours in the end dimension and unfortunately dying, this episode we're going to be spending a lot of time in the overworld getting ourselves reestablished and starting our village that we're going to be living in permanently. I hope you guys like that intro. A little bit of a slower kind of start to an episode 2, but after losing everything for a third time in the last episode, I figured I would just try again. So I did some looking around on the map and I found this spot here, which is where I want to set up our camp. We're about 2,000 blocks away from spawn, so not super far, but far enough where we can expand as much as we need to. So I have a pretty good idea of what I want to build in this area. It's quite a big snowy area, so not a lot of color. I got some pale oak saplings that we're going to try and use a lot of, and I think we're going to tear these down. Some of them, not all of it, but I have a vision in my head, so that's what we're going to be doing in this episode. Anyway, let's get started with the first build for our new base area, and yeah, we'll do a little time lapse. So I have built one of the golems that's going to be at the entrance of our little... I just walked over that air block at the entrance. So we have a lot more terraforming to do than I expected. This is the arm for the second golem. And yeah, so I think we're going to basically replace all of this sand, first of all, with dirt. And we're going to kind of take it out and around. We're going to basically follow these. So these are going to be on land instead of water. We're going to get rid of this gap. First things first, we need to get some more food. Inventory management. So that recording got pretty fucked up. So I realized that our sugarcane was gone. So I put down torches and then I realized we don't have any more sugarcane at all. And then I marked out this area. So this is where we're extending. Basically, the reason for this is because the gates that we're building are kind of like, I had to extend it here. This is the arm for the second golem, and then this will kind of be like our, you know, I don't know if we'll do an arch or anything, but this will be our main entrance here for the village. Come into here, and then yeah, we're going to extend it all the way out to there. But what I want to do is off of this golem, basically run some sort of fence this way, fence, wall, gate, whatever. Run it this way, and then this will become kind of like a drop-off retaining wall, and then we'll clear out some of this ice or whatever. But yeah, so that's what we're doing now. I probably should go under here and light all this up now that I'm down here. So let's go ahead and do that. And that should keep everything relatively safe underneath here. But now let's get into the fun part, time-lapse all of the dirt placing and removing all this sand as well. So let's go ahead and start with pumpkins. Oh yeah. All right. I'm not going to take all of them. I'm going to take most of them. So now the issue is, right, if we go to the end, he has an elytra to get there quicker. I do not. So I have to walk all the way back over there. Whatever. I need your dirt. Sweet. Take a stack of grass blocks too. Must be nice. Well, now that we've got all the dirt we could need, I'm actually going to take just a little bit more because I feel like this is enough, but you just never know. And since I don't have an elytra right now, I'm just going to take a bunch of it. So I said I wasn't going to take all the pumpkins, but I am going to take all the pumpkins. I lied. Pale moss block. I don't need that. I will take the cocoa beans though. Oh, we can get kind of a good feel what it's going to be like walking up into the village through the iron golem statues, which by the way, I found these statue designs on Pinterest. It's where I get like a good majority of my inspiration or whatever. I don't know who the original creator of this is, but this is fantastic. I just looked at the reference photo and kind of did my best. But yeah, this is going to be nuts. When we have the walls up and everything, this is going to look sick. But all right, let's get back to doing the time lapse. All right, we've finished the first part of our terraforming. Obviously, we have, you know, this massive overhang that we need to kind of taper down and whatever else. But just checking now, make sure nothing is too spawnable where we get a bunch of mobs under here. But yeah, it looks good. Might even be able to use some of this area too for some secret stuff. I don't know, down the road. But yeah, for the most part, now we have a flat enough area where we can actually start working and building our village. We need to finish this first. So I need to go mining. That way we can get some materials, maybe some diamonds, and then also some stone, obviously. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a wheat farm in that little secret area that we just talked about. Let's collect this copper, sleep. And then, yeah, so we're going to take this and let's get 2 water buckets. And we can probably do like some sort of cool little cave entrance or whatever to get into here. But for right now, let's just build pretty standard water source. And then let's get these seeds going. Perfect. Eventually we can make some, you know, super awesome farm. But I think for now, having it under here, that way it doesn't get snowed on and the ice doesn't freeze and all that stuff is going to be super clutch. But well, I had to go AFK for a second. And as you can see by the blue box next to my little protection hole, we have a gift. Oh my goodness. All right. Wow. This is. Wow. All right. So we have an elytra. We have diamond pants, and we can sort all this out in a second. Whoa. You get slowness for what the fuck is this guy? Oh God, there's another one. Dude, oh my gosh. Are these just the skeletons of this biome, I guess? That's kind of annoying. But they're not too bad though. Slowness isn't terrible. But now that we have a shulker box, oh my gosh, I need to do my inventory. This is bad. Let's do some inventory management really quickly, and I'll be right back. All right, so we got some level of inventory management, nothing crazy, but let's go ahead and get a, what do we need? Helmet and boots. And we can throw these in here is fine. So let's do helmet, boots, and then sweet. Now we have 2 diamonds left to our name. And yeah, that kind of puts us in a bad spot. I did also make another shulker box. So this one, I'm going to put those in. Fire aspect and looting. I'm going to leave the smite sword here. That way we don't lose both of our diamond swords. I am going to make a portal right in this little cave here. Probably just right here. Or okay, maybe we're not making a portal. I don't know why I thought that was enough. We need 10. Forgot. Whatever. But that's where our portal is going to be, and then we can always dismantle it and relocate it at some point later on. Now, here is the thing. I died with all of my rockets. But what I was doing incorrectly was not making flight duration 3 rockets. So now we have that. I feel like we had more paper though. but I guess not. We could always fly over and grab some out of Rob's thing. So I think we're going to do that. Let's see. We can take this down to the underside. Oh my gosh, this is so nice. Having real movement again. Oh yeah, see, that's way better. I don't know why I just assumed that it was 1 and 1. I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to put the dirt away and we're going to grab a stack of, we don't have a stack of stone. So I'm going to grab the dirt back. I'm going to make another, I'm losing my mind, and another axe. I don't know why I made another axe to go mining, but whatever. Whatever, doesn't matter. Don't ask questions. That's a big spider on my wall. All right, we're going to take a couple of logs. That way we have some wood. And I'm going to take half the coal. So now the next thing I want to do is finish up the second, let's get over here. Oh God, is finish up the second golem head. And I'm cooking up some stone right now to get that done. And we'll go ahead and knock this out and then plan out the rest of what we got going on. But I think the last thing we're going to do after we finish the iron golem is get set up with a food source. So I know we're growing wheat downstairs, but I don't really like it. So we're going to grab some chickens and I'm going to build a quick little automatic chicken farm that cooks them and uses lava and all that stuff. So that'll be it for the video, but let's get those things knocked out first. All right, well, I'm out of calcite, but as you can see, I got a little bit carried away, started planning out what we're going to be doing in the next episode, which might have something to do with other people. Mobs, villagers. We're gonna be getting a bunch of villagers because that's the next thing we need is access to better armor and enchantments, because having non-enchanted armor is not fun. So in the beginning of the next episode, you're gonna see basically the whole village kind of marked out with where we're gonna have each thing, and I have to figure out where I'm gonna be putting each different type of villager, if I'm gonna put them all in the same spot or how I want to do it. But I think my plan, and I'll show you, this is basically going to be the longhouse, which if you know anything about, you know, Viking village architecture or whatever, the longhouse is kind of where everyone meets up. You know, they have their feasts and everything. So I think a butcher for that. This might be the Fletcher armor guy. I can't think what they're called. The guy that does the armor, whatever. And then kind of just, you know, make the streets and the paths and kind of have some fun with it. But I'll have all this marked out at the beginning of next episode. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.